Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently fighting a small rebellion. We can't open this window without resizing the UI. We're fighting a small rebellion. That's the takeaway here. We are going to be landing, if I recall correctly, up over here and looking to fight some of these guys. That said, there is this army over here now. But we were going to head over here to cap back some of this territory, and I still think that's the better plan at this moment. Now, we do have another faction that is brewing here. This guy has been able to send his ultimatum at any time for a really long time now. So I'm beginning to wonder whether it's actually going to happen. We'll see. So we're going to sail our way up over this way. We could raise up some reinforcements over here if we wanted to. Do we feel like we need it? I'm going to give that a definite maybe. So we're going to go ahead and get that started. We're going to raise them like over here. And how many are we going to look to raise? Not that many, I think. But perhaps something along the lines of 10-ish thousand. We'll see. I don't want to go negative. That's the main concern right now. Now, once we disembark here, I think this will get a lot cheaper. And also, I turned up my headphones a little. Let me turn those down. That shouldn't adjust the recording volume at all. It's just my headphones. Yeah, this is a little more natural. Excellent. So yeah, we're going to come in over here, and we're at 29.5 positive right now. I think we'll just raise up somewhere around 10k. We're going to need to resupply these guys, so we're going to split them. And we're just going to... I'm just looking for places around here. This is not great supply over here. We're going to need to split them again, which is sad. Oh, we have plenty of cash coming in right now. Okay, good. So maybe we'll just look to split these. Like so. And then these guys will move into here. They'll get split. And then we'll resupply over here for a bit. We don't want to resupply for too long. And then we'll raise up somewhere around maybe 20,000 troops here. Something along those lines. Now, we're at 70% war score right now. I want to check in on the status over here. These guys are just chilling. These guys are sieging Barcelona back. That's okay for the time being. Okay, so it's currently July. We want to get these guys pretty close to fully resupplied. We're going to go ahead and split this unit in half. And these guys are going to head out over here, not the guys gathering. Okay. So we're up to 40 right now for most of these. Let's go ahead and start grouping back together. And we're going to have to take back a lot of territory over here, for sure. There's no doubt about that. We'll just imprison him. There we go. Okay, so we're going to group all of these guys together. We'll stop gathering once they are grouped. And that will be shortly. Okay. So there we go, and we're going to head down over this way. We'll arrive there in 3 months. We only got 47. Ooh, hang on. This is a pretty sizable force over here that I would very much like to fight. We could definitely get ourselves some battle war score here. We're only at plus 13 from battles for right now, so that would be very, very helpful for us. Do we catch anybody over here? It's a definite maybe. Well, they're going to fight here, so we're definitely going to fight them. Yeah, we're going to catch them here. Beautiful. So we catch part of their force. We got a favor hook. That's cool. This will net us a small amount of war score, and then we're going to head in over here, and this will be a much larger chunk of war score. So that was not really worth any war score, that 8k that we fought there. We're going to catch another 10k, and then these guys are going to lock in, coming back in. So this is fine. We could easily stack wipe them here. Now, they're almost certainly at far more than 100% here. We'll see how much more. But we fight this. Battles are actually our best bet right now. So we're going to head over this way. We're 6 months away. We're going to be losing supplies the whole way, which is unfortunate for sure. Let's see about doing any ransoming here to get further out of debt. 29 gold is fine. 10 gold is acceptable. And 17 gold is fine. Okay. So, I mean, we are working our way slowly out of debt. We're up to 83%. We need 17% more war score. So we're going to make our way down here and battle these guys. We'll siege back this territory if we have to, but I'm not expecting that for a significant amount of time to actually start swinging war score in our direction because of the number of things that they have occupied. So there's that. Now, they are currently at, or we are currently at 85% war score. We want to come down here and battle these guys. The question is, will they still be there by the time we get there in 2 months? The answer is probably not, if I had to guess. So that's okay. That is absolutely fine. We're just going to head on in here. Well, actually, 12 days left here. I expected that siege to be over by now. We're getting a lot closer. Fascinating. Now, they're moving out of there, for sure. They're definitely moving out of there. I want to check. We're at 15% for battles. We need 11% more. If we can catch a force here. Unfortunately, this bridge over the Dnieper is not particularly great. It's, this is a kind of topical place right now, isn't it? I mean, yeah. It's also kind of awkward that we came from over here. We're not going to go there. Okay. We're defending it. That's fine. We're going to head in over here. We're going to do what we can as far as defending the territory in question. And up we go. Perfect. So we're 92% war score. The war will be over soon. They're running from us pretty heavily. I'm wondering if we can catch them over here, or actually, if we can catch this, I feel like the war would be over. And that would be a good thing, in fact. We do want this war to end, and this is an interesting direction for them to move in. We're going to stop moving. Let them lock in. Only one unit locked in there. In we go. Now, the chances are even here. So that bears noting. That does bear noting. But I think we win this. Yes, favor is very in our advantage. Excellent. So that is going just fine. We do win this battle, and I expect this battle to actually end the war, or extremely close to it, to the point where we're only going to be looking for ticking war score beyond here. So this is great. We're going to get to 100% war score, which means all of these vassals get put in prison. Yeah, that put us at 99. This is just fine. We're just going to take the ticking war score from here. So we'll wait. And there we go. Now we're actually going to have to adjust our UI scale to be able to end this war. So we'll go into the settings and set the UI scale back down to the default 100%. Of course, we're playing in 4K, so to make things legible, like look how tiny this is. To make things legible, we use the UI scaling. But if we go in here, enforce demands, enforce demands, so be it, disband our troops, and let's go back and make that UI legible again, shall we? Beautiful. Okay, so with that being done, we now have all of these guys imprisoned. All of the guys that just rebelled against us. That's a pretty big deal, and I want to go through and start ransoming off non-vassals. I mean, that was something we were working on anyway, but we want to make sure that we don't have any vassals in this list here, or any non-vassals, rather, in this list here, because that is worth money to us, and we're in debt right now. So we're going to prefer to not be in debt, ideally. Now, we're currently at 13 direct vassals above our limit. There's locations like this county here that I would like to move into here. But I also want to revoke this title. There we go. And we'll give it to this guy who didn't rebel. Beautiful. So he gets that, and we're also going to need to transfer a bunch of vassals over to rightful liege here. So that's absolutely something that we'll do. Cool. Okay, we're 26 direct vassals above. That's not shocking. We're going to continue to grant vassals to this guy over in this area. There's a lot of them over here that weren't de jure, and so we'll just hand them right on over. We do not need these. I wish there was a way to do this in bulk and just like shift click and just go boom, 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 boom like that. But sadly, you can't do that. Have to do it one at a time. It's unfortunate, but here we are. So we'll grant these all over. And what is this going to put us at? That puts us at 16. I think there's still more that we missed. Yeah, there's one over here. Cool. Maybe down over here? Yeah, there's several down over this way that should go into Maghreb. However, he rebelled, and we're actually going to revoke his title. Like so. And that's also going to be moved into this guy. I want this guy to be very powerful. So we're going to make him be so. There we go. He gets a third kingdom. That is more than most of them get. But we're also going to transfer in the vassals that are down over this way. So there we go. There's actually quite a number of them down here. Surprisingly. Okay. And then this one's West Francia, which we can't do. Okay. Sounds good. So that puts us at 9 direct vassals over our limit. Not too bad. Now, this is a county under our control. Ah, as is this. So that's a little awkward. We're going to give that over to the Khan of Syria. Okay. Is this under our control? Our vassal, yes. Okay, so he gets this county as well. Technically, there's some of Hungary over here. That's fine. No big deal. Okay, let's check in over this direction again. Who do we want to give this guy to? I kind of think Lithuania. What could go wrong? There you go, Lithuania. Have your little chunk of Sicily. What could go wrong? Okay, is this... That's an independent realm there. We control this, but our vassal controls it. So that's fine. Alba rebelled. We're going to revoke their title. They technically have 2 Khanates. Maybe we won't. You did not rebel. Okay. Just checking. So that's completely fine. So 6 direct vassals above. We could do additional kingdom combinations. Of course, they will continue to break up as they inherit, and that's slightly awkward for us. I think that's all of the little floating counts and dukes taken care of. And I'm pretty sure that all we have is counts and dukes that we should have, as well as khans under us now. So that's okay. I would like to finish getting this cleaned up over here. We can't declare a war while in debt, of course, so we're going to need to work on that. It looks like somebody finished off the rest of Ireland for us. That's very convenient. I'm glad about that. So we're going to need to clean this up. We're going to need to clean up the rest of Italy over here and this little bit of Greece. Some of these are things that our vassals will do for us, but of course we're going to need to work on getting out of debt. That's kind of our biggest focus right now, is getting out of debt, and that's certainly something that is interesting, or not really interesting, but is necessary. We find several overlooked debts that we can call in. 92% chance. Do it. Nice, and that also gives us a stewardship perk. So we are going to take It Is My Domain here. And we will go ahead and say, now where are my loyal subjects? Excellent. Okay, we're going to take the county extorted. That's going to be minus 50% popular opinion. They'll be fine. I'm absolutely certain of this. Now, there is still this guy, which is pretty hilarious. He still hasn't bothered to send his, curse you, papacy. He still hasn't bothered to send his demand yet. This is a con. We decline. Okay. And that's the only faction. If they pop, that's fine. We can deal with it. We are in debt right now, and we would like to have that be dealt with. We can ransom off this prisoner for an additional 10 gold. It's not like that's huge, but we'll be out of debt very soon. So that's good. That is absolutely great. We will go ahead and imprison this person. And can we ransom them back? The answer is yes. Or these may not be the same people, but close enough. We definitely want the gold. We will be out of debt on the next month tick, and that's very, very good. Our vassals have been pushing our borders over in this region for us. We're very glad to see that. We haven't really been focused very much on, like, this whole area. This is almost, not entirely, but almost exclusively things that our vassals have done. We did have the 2 kingdom claims down there. Speaking of which, we used up our kingdom claims, didn't we? I want to double check that. I feel like we did. We still have a kingdom invasion. And a holy war. Right, this guy took over in the middle of that existing war. We need to deal with these. And we are out of debt now. So that's definitely something that we could think about doing. We do need to get those used up ASAP. A con being ransomed, we will pass on. I'm thinking about maybe this location. If we did a holy war for kingdom, this is pretty inefficient by and large, although this one's a pretty good one. That's pretty decent. A kingdom invasion on Georgia, hypothetically. What? No, I wanted Georgia. There we go. Hypothetically, a kingdom invasion on Georgia, like with this being the claim, and then occupying all of this. That would be pretty effective. That would clear up a lot of territory over here. Combine that with the Holy War then being on this guy. Now, there's still going to be a few little holes here. But overall, I think this is acceptable. He's going to have 38,000 troops. Now, we are short on our piety here, but that's okay. I don't actually mind dropping a level of devotion. We become a paragon of virtue, and just fighting him, we would likely earn that all back. I think that's reasonably okay. Now, we're not going to do those simultaneously, obviously. This is a duchy tier realm. That's a pretty big duchy tier realm. Okay. Definitely a little awkward there. But yeah, I think these aren't awful. There's also, like, Tripoli down here. What's the de jure line here look? Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's not great. And I feel like this isn't great either. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this isn't great. So I think that we're going to do exactly what I said. We're going to go for this guy here with the Holy War. Holy War for Kingdom, with that kingdom being the Zahirid Sultanate. We'll go ahead and declare that now. Yes, we will go down to Paragon of Virtue. I'm okay with this. We'll drop our rally point back over here. We'll raise in... I don't think it'll actually take that long. No, it'll be 3 months. That's fine. We're going to raise up our troops here. We're going to need a reasonable quantity of them, but not that many. Oh, what's going to be exposed next? That is court officials. That's pretty good, actually. We're okay with that. Court officials will work. So we're going to raise around 50,000 troops here, I think. That should be fine. I don't want to raise so many that we're going into debt. Okay, so there's 50,000. And then we're going to split off around 10k of those. These guys are going to move up over here for the time being. And how long on our men-at-arms? Not long at all. Perfect. So this is a holy war. We're not going to get the titles outside of this dotted line. That's okay. We know that that's going to be the case. 5 more days here on our men-at-arms. They will arrive now. Cool. So we're going to split off our bombards, and everyone else is going to move up over here. These guys will group together. We will give them a siege leader. Most of these guys are imprisoned. Fair enough. This guy's a siege leader. That'll work. And they will begin heading over here. Okay, so these guys, they will all group together. If we can get them selected here. There we go. These guys will group together, and they are going to come down, like, over this way, except that's a whole lot of attrition. So they're actually just going to chill in the same county for right now. And we'll siege our way in. We don't want to take that much attrition going down this way. Okay. So this will be fine. We are going to lose supplies, but we should be okay for the time being. We'll see where their troops decide to come on in. But they probably aren't going to want to give battle. I wouldn't if I was them. Well, there's one siege already won, so they have no more ticking war score. We don't have it either. But that's okay. We're going to move these guys up over here. Okay, yep, they're attacking down over this way. That's fine. In that case, we could, in theory... No, not you. We could, in theory, move up over here and start a slow siege. It's not hugely efficient, but we know where their troops are, so we'll just go ahead and do that. The attrition ticks are not going to be fun, but... there you go. 6 months on it. That's not too bad, all things considered. Okay, 18%. That's not as much as I was hoping for, but that's because there's 2 castles here. Greek Old Tengri populists, sure. This castle will fall extraordinarily quickly. There we go. We're up to 31% now. And we're basically forcing him at this point to come back and give battle. That's what's happening here. He has no choice, because he can't win in this particular encounter. If he just lets us siege, we will take everything here, and we will end the war without actually giving battle. Not that I necessarily think that it should work that way. I kind of like the way CK2 functioned with that one, but this is what we've got here. We will win this, and he can't afford to do this. But here's the thing. Bubonic plague. What? Okay. So that's going to be potentially problematic for us. But here's the thing. If he comes up here and fights us, he loses that too. He can't win this war. There's no way around it. This is going to be done in 16 days. And yeah, in our prison, there's a bubonic plague outbreak. Hopefully we don't visit the prison. We are still wounded, or wounded again? I thought that wound healed, but maybe that was a different ruler that I was thinking about. I don't know. We're going to move over to here, actually. I want to be in position in case they cross this bridge here. And that's, in fact, exactly what they did. We're going to start heading in over this way. In the meantime, our siege force is going to head up over here. Now, we win this fight. Some of their units might get away there. And yeah, bubonic plague. Our son has gotten bubonic plague. Okay. Go ahead and be cautious. But we certainly need to wrap this war up and get into the next big war. Because we may not live much longer at this rate. We are getting some successful treatment. That's nice. Let's go ahead and finish off this siege. We're at 67% war score right now. This battle will net us a good amount. And actually, we captured him. Or, no, we actually got it from the battle war score. So we're going to enforce our demands there. We get all of this. That is beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. So with that, we're going to have to hand all of this out. I feel like I might do that off camera. We'll see. But it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to certainly declare our next war, which will be on Georgia. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And I will see you all next time.